Yay, looks like it works. Just finally, as always, you know the problem. So just say hi to me if you hear me. Oh my God, finally. Okay, well, just as you know, as always, we have this little problem. So just be patient. Just know that I might be 5 minutes late because of Streamlabs problem, technical problems, which lately it's been acting up. Okay, but you know I do the tour. In case I don't, for some reasons, I just post the news on Facebook. By the way, my mother's with me, but she's through security right now. She took care of parking because, by the way, I live on the other side of the city, so it was quite a journey. And so to do it faster, I told her, take care of the parking while I start the tour. And on top of that, the technical problems. But yes, as always, tackling the difficulties. Now, the whole area here is pretty clean for the Jubilee. It's pretty neat. I can't wait to show you this beauty. So very excited about it. The day is not the best. You know that today was supposed to be Villa Pamphili, but since it's rainy and so it's not the best time to visit a villa with park and everything, because of course that I wouldn't be able even to walk on the mud, and that's why I had to exchange the tours and do St. Paul today, and then in a week we'll do Villa Pamphili, which is amazing, just like the tour today. Hopefully a lot of people will join. If you don't, you're missing out. A big one. Oh my God, look at the parrots. Look at the parrots. Let me show you the parrots. Do you see the parrots there? Those are parrots. They kind of like camouflage with the greenery. But yeah, I think my mother got through security. Yes. Anyways, back on me. And it's a very rainy day actually. It's starting to get rainy. Let me get my cap out, at least until we're getting. And you may say, why did you exchange tours if it's still raining? Yes, but we're going inside the church, so we won't be outside that much. Okay, now as always, the tour is a free tour. Let me just stay here so it's easier, less rain. The tour is a free tour as always, but you are more than welcome to support by spreading the word with your family and friends, but also by supporting the tour, supporting the tour, or me, the rain, the traffic, and the parking. Anyways, also it took time to do this tour because I'm on the other side of the city, so it's not that easy to get here for me. I'm saying hi to my mother, waving. Anyways, so if you want to support, you can do it through Buy Me Coffee or PayPal. You got the links in the description below, or also in the description of the channel. If you have any problem with that, just ask me through messengers and I will send you the links for supporting. Now, we have the next tour, Villa Pamphili, and then new ones to come as soon as possible. I think I've said it all, right? Let's get it started since it's already a little late. Okay, now we are outside the church. As you see, I had to go through security, which is right there, and that's why I couldn't show you the beauty of the outside, but we will do it after at the end. Okay, now it's slightly rainy, but I'm very excited to start because it's we will see part of the outside as well. So just to give you a little intro about the place where we are. It's the Basilica of St. Paul outside the walls. By the way, it's among the 15 largest churches in the world. To be exact, this is the 10th largest church in the world, and the second largest of the major papal basilicas. As you know, this is part of those 4 papal basilicas that I always mentioned, and this is the 4th and the last one. As you know, we have done the Vatican, we have done the St. John in Lateran, which is the Cathedral of Rome. We have done St. Mary Major, which was beautiful as well. And now finally the finale of this series, which is coming to an end. But a new series are coming up. The 7 Hills of Rome and the Bridges of Rome. We have second part coming very up soon. So, also one of the most beautiful churches, not just one of the largest, but the most beautiful. I have to be honest, I had been thinking about devoting a tour to this church for quite a long time, but not only because it's among, as I said, the 4 major papal basilicas, but because honestly, it's one of those little gems that generally tourists don't visit much, because it's outside. It's not located in the city center of Rome, but instead it's really worth it, right? Don't you love this series? I feel like can I show off a little and say that I invented the series? No, just kidding. But I love the fact that we have this series coming. But I also like the fact that I mixed them up, like they're not in order, because people may get bored if you do everything in a row. I mixed it up. As you know, this series has started last year, a few months ago, and it's ending today. Now, the basilica is located outside the Roman walls, hence the name St. Paul outside the walls. That's the reason of the name. We also have St. Paul inside the walls, which can be another tour very soon. Here nearby, there's one of the most beautiful churches in the world, which is now it's raining quite a lot. That's why I'm standing close to the column and can't wait to be out inside. Actually, I will. And it's called that church, the Holy St. Peter and St. Paul Church. But that's not part of the Major Papal Basilicas, but still I will show you that church one day. Now you can visit this church by stopping at the metro line of the line B. The metro stop is called exactly Basilica of St. Paul, and so very easy, and it's a few stops from after the Colosseum stop. I invented it for Rome. We'll go with that. Yes. Look at the entrance of this beauty. By the way, are you ready to enter the holy doors? Because today is not just the visit of this beautiful church, but also the visit of the entering of the holy door. I wanted to give you this beautiful view first, also because I'm under the portico, so I'm not getting the rain. As soon as I get out, you see there's sky, so I'm trying to get less rain as possible, because it's not easy to do a tour with rain. The facade, let's look at the facade. Also we get closer, but let's do it from here because again I'm covered. The first thing we can help but notice as soon as we enter the courtyard of this basilica, it's the beautiful facade in front of us. It's composed of mosaics, of course, as you can notice, on a golden background in which the 4 prophets of the Old Testament are depicted. So Jeremiah, Isaiah, in English, Ezekiel, and Daniel. Above, so those four are on the bottom part. On top of it, were depicted four rivers, in which I don't know if you can notice the four rivers. I will show you just here, like that part. It's a little rock with four rivers, and it's just above the four prophets, with the sheep as well, and in which 12 lambs, not sheep, quench their thirst. You don't see the 12 probably from the screen, but they're 12, just like the apostles, of course. The rivers represent the Gospels, while the lambs, again, the apostles. Above everything, what? Above these mosaics, before the cross, so just in the middle, we can see the depiction of Jesus with St. Peter and St. Paul at his side, ready to accompany you inside the church. You, as in you, the pilgrim. How beautiful is this? Also with the palms and everything. The courtyard, which we'll walk, and actually, let's do it now, even if it's rainy. So it's very majestic, the whole portico, the whole courtyard. I'm telling you this because from the courtyard you can already sense how big the church will be inside, and the columns of the quadriporticos make you feel really tiny. In addition, everything is kept well kept, both in terms of the greenery, as you can tell, and the care with which the structures have been maintained through the years. In the center, as we notice, the statues representing St. Paul, and it was made of marble and is surrounded by hedges that make everything even more beautiful, especially on sunny days. So, not today. Sorry guys, I will interrupt a second because it's very difficult. It's really rainy, so let me get my cap back. Hopefully. Okay, sorry, I need to adjust and fix my clothes. Sorry, my bad. Okay, there you go. Because also the rain is getting in through my lenses, so not super easy. Anyways, the quadriporticos that we're seeing, and now we'll get back to the statues very soon. It's a majestic architecture. Think that it's 7 meters by 7 meters, so around 230 feet times 230 feet. Actually, let me go under, because I'm a really very not rainy person. I love it, but when I'm inside. So let me go back. I'm sorry, it's also freezing. I promise. Okay. Okay. Quadriportico. So you also see other, I have to say, other views of the basilicas. So as I was saying, the portico, it's a quadriporticos because of the four sides that you see. If you feel like walking through all of it, you will encounter as many as 115 columns of what material? White granite, and it was designed by Guglielmo Calderini. This portico was finished in 1928, so almost 100 years ago, not that long ago. How beautiful is already the outside of this church. This is unbelievable if you think about it, because this is just the outside and it's already majestic. So what about the inside? Who has been to this church before, by the way? Because I know that some of you have been, some of you have wanted to come. My lenses are all wet, and so I know that for some of you it's a big opportunity today. Now, the statue of St. Paul. I'm going to tell you more from here, and then I go really quick to show you. It was executed in 1850. It depicts the apostle with a long sword, and as you probably can already see, the long sword goes up, so not yet ink. Why is the apostle always depicted with a sword in his hand? Because it was the instrument of his martyrdom, but mainly because it symbolizes the word of God, which Paul was a herald and tireless proclaimer of the word of God. In his left hand, and now I will go back to that because I know that it's not the same telling you things without actually seeing them. So again, you can notice a sword, but in his left hand, he also holds the letters. There you go. Wait. You see the sword? In his left hand, he holds the letters which intended for churches and co-workers, make him the first and unsurpassed theologian of Christianity. Look how beautiful. But that's not it. Look at that right palm. It's not that nice. They should change it. That's not it. Because this is not the only statue outside. I don't know if you already noticed while I was walking. But there at the corner we have St. Lucas. And it's one of the four corners of the great quadriporticos. Which is only of this great quadriporticos there are plinth, and only one of which is surmounted by this statue. So you see there are other plinth also. You see that one far away, but there are no statues on it. So this is the only one with a statue, it's surmounted by Saint Luca. A statue that was made in 1893. It is it's raining again. It is the effigy of St. Luke, who was a companion of Paul, and who in the book of the Acts of the Apostles passes on invaluable information about the Apostles' life. Now let's get inside because otherwise this is bad. Now give me a few seconds to actually show you this part and clean my glasses and everything. Oh. Okay, can you give me a second, guys? Thank you. I'm saying thank you like he gave me the permission, but oh God, I say oh God. Okay, sorry for the gimbal, but I'm trying to clean my glasses. It's not easy. I know it's shaky. Okay. Now, back with my glasses, and now. There you go. Now, before we actually enter the holy door, of course, we have other statues of St. Paul and St. Peter outside on this portico, but which are this one. Look how beautiful this portico is. It looks like a huge, beautiful mansion, right? The rain is awful, but now no more rain until the end of the tour. Well, no, at the end of the tour I will be outside showing you the other side of the church, but at least for a while now we'll be fine, and I'm so glad about it. Okay, the central door. Let's start from the central door, which was executed in between 1929 and 1931. So all these doors are very new. It is made of bronze with two doors. The door weighs, think about it, 9 tons. A lot. The cross we see runs through the portal from the top to the bottom. So you see, right there. And it's beautiful because it marks also the door halves, so on one side and on the other side, so it exactly separates the two doors. And on and on its transom appear the symbols of the evangelists in the panels of the two doors. So right there, I can get close. And on the other hand, episodes from the lives of the apostles Peter and Paul are depicted, all the ones in bronze, but those are the two evangelists. Look how beautiful. And my back is happy right now. Probably because of the rain, I was pretty fast with the infos, but the rain was so annoying. Now we are about to get through the holy doors. Before we actually get there, I want to tell you more about it from here, because there are guardians there. I just want to be silent when I get in, okay? So I'll tell you more about it, but then I will be silent for a little. So again, the holy door, which is right there on the right where people are entering right now. And so the holy door is on the right. This is the central one, and then we'll see this one from the inside. So during the jubilee of the 2000, so the one with John Paul II, the Cardinal Roger Echegare blessed the new gilded bronze portal of the holy doorway. And we will see three vertically red panels expressing the three preparatory years for the Great Jubilee, designed exactly by John Paul II. And I think there's a mass going on, so we'll get in as soon as possible. So we'll enjoy the singing too. The 2000 is the year dedicated to the Father rich in mercy, the Holy Spirit, the principal agent of evangelization, and the Son, the Redeemer. So those three. At the base, we will see something that reads in Latin. And in Latin, you will probably notice ad sacram Pauli cunctis venientibus edem, sit pacis donum perpetuoque salus, which is an augural, a beautiful augural couplet addressed to pilgrims of all times that come here, saying basically that may those who come to the holy temple of Paul be granted the gift of peace and eternal salvation. Now let's get through the holy door, which is also said in English and in Italian here. Parlo io se vuole l'aiuto.
Sì, se ci parla.
Yes, this is the whole door.
Is this the holy door?
Yes. Oh, that's all?
Yes, because we went through a different one. So
No, this is the holy door. That's the central one, and then the Byzantine one is on the other side. But this is the holy door.
Yeah,
Just open this here.
Go around.
Yes, yes. Yeah, you're welcome. Okay, sorry, tourist. Let's enjoy the singing, right? How beautiful is this? I don't want to do any spoiler and go in front there to show you the people singing there. So we will enjoy our tour and then probably get to that, okay? Now I will show you a wooden panel, actually wooden sample. I don't know, how would you say it? I forgot the word. A wooden reproduction of the church. Look how big is this. Oh, but it's not illuminated, unfortunately. It's exactly split in half, you see? Unfortunately, it's not lit up, otherwise it would be way better. But this is all the inside of the wooden reproduction. Maybe from here, we'll see. Yeah, it's not very easy to notice. Now, let's talk about the most beautiful, off now to my favorite thing about this basilica. So, are you ready for the prophecy of Malachi? Let's be mysterious now. First of all, let me know if you can hear me well, because of course I'm not speaking very loud, because again, we're in a church, but I'm pretty far from the crowd. Now, why off to my favorite thing? Because I don't know if you have noticed. Let me know. Okay, yes, you can hear me. Cool. So once we go through the door, front door, or in this case, the holy door, we really realize that it's one of the largest of the world. But that's not all of it. Only here we can find one of the most unique things in the whole city of Rome. I'm talking about the medallions. And when I say medallions, I mean those circled figures. Okay? You know what I'm talking about. You see all those circles there? Okay. So, I don't know if you know about it, but it's very particular. They're located high up on the side walls of the entire church, not just here in front, but also on the sides. Sorry, trying to scratch my nose. Okay, so look how beautiful this view. So what about it? What makes them unique is that each one represents a pontiff. They start with St. Peter, of course, and they end with Pope Francis. Yes, you got it right. All the pontiffs that have ever existed are depicted in this church. By the way, the medallions are not that small. So you can understand how big St. Paul's Basilica actually is. Medallions are very, very big. Pope Francis is the 266th Pope in the history of the Catholic Church. And so the medallions occupy equals this number, 266. One thing I want to point out is that the medallion of the current Pope is always illuminated by a small spotlight. So it's not very difficult to find it, and we will find it. And another detail is that there are already spaces for the future medallions. And now the prophecy comes, so pay attention to what I'm telling you. But they're running out. The spaces left, the medallions left, empty are 26 at the moment. Which is why there is a prophecy that says that once the spaces for medallions in size and Paul's Basilica run out, the church will cease to exist. In essence, there will be no more popes, no more church, no more Rome, and so on. Of course, these are just legends, but who knows what will happen, right? Now, before we go see and look for St. Paul Francis medallion, I want to talk about the nave. Look at this piece of art in front of you. Literally looks like a beautiful ballroom of the Russian Empire. It reminds me of Anastasia in some way, I don't know. But look at this beautiful space here, the nave. It's immense. So big that when you happen to visit this church, you find that it's not exactly straightforward to get in front of the altar. It actually takes a little. And the grand interior is 135 meters times 65, which is about 440 feet times 210 feet. And the height is 30 meters. So around 100. Yes, 100. More or less 100. Of course, circa, more or less. And this is the result of the rebuilding of the Basilica in the 19th century after the fire in 1823. Not Basilica, sorry, about the nave. The 5 naves, because there are 5, 1 central one and 2 at the sides, are supported by 80 granite columns. The ceiling, which is extensively decorated in gold, features the large coat of arms of Pius IX, the Pope, who completed the reconstruction by remaking the ancient ceiling. Now I know this is open, but we'll see. By the way, this church is immense, as I said. There are so many things to see. I'm telling you just the most important ones, because otherwise we will stay here for too long, and we'll literally need 3 hours, not even. Now let's go see the 2. Let's keep going and see where this tour is taking us. By the way, before we go on, since I see no chat, I see no support, just a little reminder, free tour, but of course the support is welcome. Again, even by spreading the word with your family and friends, but also by leaving a support through PayPal or Buy Me a Coffee. And you have the links below. You know that tours are supported by you, and in order to keep going and to keep alive, they need support. So you got the links underneath or in the channel as well. Okay? Let's keep going. Now we're going to see the 2 large statues of St. Paul and St. Peter, which are located by the large columns of the triumphal arch which you can see right in front. And the other apostles are in the niches of the side walls. So you see, "19 people watching." Yes, 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 yes. Thank you, Jennifer, for your support. You win 1 point for being the first one today. So the two large studies that I was telling you about, St. Peter and St. Paul, are just before the triumphal arch. You see, I don't know if you can already notice them, but we will get closer. Before actually getting closer, let me tell you about the the triumphal arch that we have in front, which is in honor of Paul, the martyr and doctor of all word. You notice the triumphal arch? I'm sure you do. Oh, I just saw my mother. And it was erected by Emperor Theodosius in 386 and finished by his son Honorius. The mosaic was offered by Galla Placidia, daughter of Theodosius, on the occasion of the restoration ordered by Pope Leo the Great after the earthquake of 442. And in the center, right there, up, as you see, we have Christ surrounded by the symbols of the 4 evangelists and the 24 watchers of the apocalypse. Chi?
Stella.
Ah.
Sì, viene. E siamo stati con un periodo musicale.
My mother just met a friend. Anyways, now we're 24 today. Thank you, Cheryl, for your support. Very much appreciated. And as I said, St. Peter and St. Paul on the sides of the triumphal arch. I'll get a little farther so you're able to see this one and the other one on the other side. There you go. 23 people watching now. I'm glad. But you can still rewatch the tour after. Now let's go see something very peculiar before we get to the masterpiece here. And in the meantime, I will ask my mother to, I don't know if she noticed. L'hai visto, Francesco? Yeah. And we just found the medallion of... Oh, non l'avevo manco visto. I was about to fall badly on a column. I don't know if you heard that. So that's Pope Francis. And then we have, of course, let me see because I see. So Pope John Paul I, John Paul II, Benedictus XVI, and Pope Francis, which is illuminated. It is illuminated to show you that he is the alive one. Lui è quello illuminato per mostrare che è quello vivo. And then there are 26 left. Ok? Ne rimangono 26. Dopodiché finisce la chiesa. After those 26, church ends. My mother was asking about John Paul I. That one. È il quarto, è lì. Pensa che solo per 30 giorni l'hanno dovuto mettere.
Sì, e este de blanco cuál es?
Giovanni XXIII, that's John 23rd. Ok. Sei contento? C'è l'Argentina
Qué
lì?
maravilla. Sí, estaban gritando
No, lì.
como locos, estuve gritando yo
Sarà
también.
per sempre.
Sí, digo, escucha.
Ma. Now, we saw the medallion of St. Francis. We're gonna see la colonna pasquale, the Eastern Column, which is a famous monument here. This is the Easter candelabra. It was carved, think about it, in 1170. Can you still hear me, by the way? Just making sure the signal is good, because I don't want to talk to myself. And by Pietro Vassalletto and Niccolò d'Angelo is one of the masterpieces of Roman sculpture in the late 12th century, as I said before, and early 13th century. It was used to support the candle at the Easter Vigil on Holy Saturday. It's a monolithic column, extraordinary for its size. If you think about it, it's 18 feet, so around 6 meters high. And the variety also of decorations that you notice. Okay, just making sure, because if nobody's speaking, then I need to make sure the signal is good, you know? There you go. Maybe this side is better. You can also see the medallion of Francis right there. Look how much beauty there is in Rome. Anyways, Latin, what was that? Okay, Latin verses, by the way, are engraved in the frames, as you probably can notice, right there. You see some writings? Well, those are Latin verses, which cannot be seen very well. Probably not even from the screen, but not even live. And the whole on a base in which alternating animal and female figures sets the shaft. This one. Then the holding cup on top, right there, is supported by monstrous animals and referred to the early Christian tradition and the new Romanesque culture. It was completely restored for the Jubilee of 2000. Now, before we actually go see the tomb, and the tomb, we may lose some signal for the tomb, but we'll still try, okay? Before actually seeing the tomb, which is the climax, the masterpiece of this tour, let's take a look at the ciborium, the papal altar, which is stopped by the ciborium, executed in 1285 by Arnolfo di Cambio, so famous sculptor. It stands over the tomb of St. Paul, which we'll see in a bit, on the base of 4 porphyry columns, as you see, and they embellish the altar of confession. In the 4 corners also we have St. Paul's, Peter, Timothy, and Benedict, which can be recognized if you go all around. You see there in the corners, we see one of them. Now, I don't know if you see that screen, which we'll see later. This one, I want to tell you now in advance, that little screen because I won't be able to stay much. So I want to tell you a little from now on. I'm standing on top of it, on the tomb. That's the chain, which is, according to tradition, a bound the Apostle Paul to the Roman soldier who ensured his guard during the home surveillance awaiting his trial, while he continued to teach and write. Now, I want to be silent when I go to the tomb, so I'm going to tell you about the tomb now, just looking at the nave, and then we'll get into the tomb, which is the Apostle sarcophagus. It's made of rough marble. It stands on the same site where the Emperor Constantine had the first altar built. Also, archaeological research and work carried out in 2006 brought to light the large sarcophagus, which had been hidden by later masonry, and also rediscovered the Constantinian apse in 300 of the 324, which we'll see after. Now let's get ready to see the tomb of St. Paul. Qui si entra? We need to wait a little because there's a little line. By the way, the tomb is there, not here, there. And this is the chain which I was telling you about. Okay, now we're getting inside the other side, the other part of the church, which is amazing. And the other rediscovery after the, well, we have a nativity scene still, even if it's not Christmas anymore. And this is the altar of the conversion. We have the statue of St. Gregorius on the left and St. Bernardus on the right. we are behind the tomb now. We passed that. Now the mass is going on, but I will go here so maybe you will be able to see it. One of the most important work of art. I think my mother is looking for me. The apse that you see is the one that it was rediscovered while this beautiful organ music is going on. So hopefully you can still hear me well. I'm very close with my mouth to the microphone, so hopefully this is good. And this is the one that you see there is the ancient apse of Constantine, which is visible under the glass plate, and faced east and highlighted the tomb when the influx of pilgrims required an enlargement of the basilica in the late 4th century. Emperor Theodosius decided, in order not to touch the tomb, he had the orientation of the building reversed. Incredible. And the mosaic of the apse, which will get closer. I'm glad. So the mosaic of the apse, exceptional dimensions. Think that it's around 24 times 12 meters, which is around 80 feet times 40 feet. So it's a huge work of art. And it's the work of Venetian master, so from Venice. Of course, I can't get closer than this, but maybe with my mother's phone I can do a little zoom. Oh, they're passing by. Questo? Video mio? Ah, vabbè, vado fuori. Okay, guys, probably you saw me a little shaky because they told me that I couldn't film while the priests were the function. So from now on we'll see if I can do this. Yes, I can do this much better. From now on, I will keep my phone in the hand. And I will show you from here, maybe. My bad. We need to respect rules. Anyways, I was telling you, then on the two sides of the head of the majestic figure of Christ, Pantocrator stand IC and XC, if you see there, and I will show you with the zoom after. Greek letters, by the way, they are abbreviation for the name of Jesus and Christ. The open book that Christ has on his hand shows the words of the last judgment, the words that says, "Come, blessed by my Father, to receive the kingdom I've prepared for you from the foundation of the world." And the scrolls of Peter and Paul attest to their faith. That of Paul says, "At the name of Jesus every knee should bow, in heaven, on earth, and in hell." And that of Peter says, "You are the Christ, the Son of the living God." At the bottom instead, the other 10 apostles are depicted. Now I will do a little zoom. Actually, before I do that, let me tell you also about the symbolism of the hand of Jesus, which right now maybe is too far for you to see, but I will show you with the zoom. You will notice that there are 3 fingers that he's pointing out, and they represent the Trinity of God, and the two other fingers, the dual nature, the divine and human, of Jesus Christ. So let me do a little zoom. My mother gave me her phone. Let's see if we can do this. You see the 3 fingers there? Sorry that I'm not that stable. Let me do more zoom. Wait. Maybe like that. Okay, there you go. I'm sorry, that's the maximum I could do. Thank you, by the way, to Christine Beebe, which is telling me that she's been to Tsai Walls, to the Basilica, and that's full to see it again. So thank you so much. Thank you so much also for your support. Now, I'm sorry for the shaking, but of course we need to respect the rules. So at least with the zoom we were able to see, even if my hand was a little shaky. But that's the maximum I could do. And again, the Christ of the triumphal arch on top. Now, let me flip it again. I'm sorry I'm giving you a headache with that, but my hand is... Actually, maybe I could use the gimbal again, maybe? Yes, why not? We'll do it, because I'm not there anymore, so... Now, I will go outside again to show you the other part of the church from outside. Don't worry for this part. Okay, give me a second. I know this is shaky, but you know how gimbal works. Okay. There you go. And we're back, finally, with a stable image. So sorry again. Thank you so much, Diane. I'm sorry for this shaky moment again. Now, we saw that's the central door, the holy door on the side, and then the Byzantine door on this side, which is not very viewable because it's open, but I can still tell you a little about it. And the Byzantine door, which is on the inside wall of the entrance facade in the nave, closing off from the inside of the holy doorway, is this Byzantine door, which we'll get off from here. It is the oldest artifact saved from the fire of the 1823. That's why I'm mentioning it. And in fact, I think that it was cast in Constantinople in 1070. The artifact was restored with fine expertise and was skillfully integrated into the new construction. Oh my god, it's too heavy. Ooh. Okay, let's do it again. Okay. There you go. And this is the Byzantine door. And look at the lights up. Now it's not rainy anymore. I left my mother inside, but we'll see how to get out. I want to show you also the outside part. And then I will go back to the entrance, I mean inside. Ma si esce da qua? Ah, la stessa uscita?
Si esce da dove?
No, per vedere l'altra parte dell'esterno della chiesa come si fa? Anzi,
Senza che esci, devi entrare e arrivare in fondo, a sinistra c'è l'altra uscita.
ah, di là, ok, va bene.
L'uscita praticamente da questa parte.
Ok, perfetto, grazie.
Prego.
Okay, we're lucky. We're entering here again. Actually, guys, the other side. Okay, no, actually, 1 second. Give me a second. No, è bella da fuori, devo finire fuori.
Sciogliere la foto.
Che facciamo dentro?
Sì, sì.
Ah, riusciamo.
Sì, va.
Seguimi. Okay,
Voglio la foto.
we'll finish the tour outside. And this is another great occasion to see the church, which I was not expecting, but we'll see the other naves as well. I'm doing this walk a little slowly because my mother is following me, so I don't have her lost. And hopefully they won't tell me to get the gimbal off again. Because I want. Mi hanno detto di togliere il gimbal lì. Durante la processione che non potevo filmare.
Ah, quello che sì, sì, sì.
No, mi guardava.
Allora ragazzi.
Ok, let's get off from here.
Dipende dalle tue lingue.
Yeah, depending from your language, you can confess on one of this, of course. Mo se mi rivede, no, ho finito. Ho finito, voglio far vedere l'esterno e poi rientriamo. Okay guys, let's take a look at the statue of Gregory the 16th outside the church. And also I want you to show you how big this church is from outside. Era lì, eh? Era lì. Adesso rifacciamo il giro. Ah sì? Okay, so showing you how big this church is from outside. Huge, huge. It looks pretty modern, but it's huge. Now we're a little in a rush because my mother wants to take a picture, but we have enough time, I believe. And also the outside part is beautiful. It's really large. As you see, it's a long walk. I'm showing you the entrance again, and also the apse part was there. And in the meantime, reminding you that this is the finale of this tour. Hopefully you enjoy the tour. I will see you next Sunday with Villa Pamphili, and trust me, I mean, did I ever let you down? How beautiful was this? Trust me, next time the villa is amazing. We've never seen the villa before. I'm very happy to show it to you. Now, little reminder again, thank you for those who supported the tour, and for those who want to support, again, this is a free tour but supported by you. So if you want to leave a support, a tour, you can do so by leaving a tip on both PayPal and Buy Me Coffee. The links are in the description below or in the description of the channel. And so thank you so much for staying with me, showing you the beautiful entrance of this church again before we actually leave. This is the tu intanto entra, there you go. This is how big we were in the portico there. You see the facade until there. Look how huge and this church is. Thank you so much, Ing. And I'm glad that we finished another series, another beautiful one. This was a big one, especially for the Jubilee. And hopefully you wash all your sins off through the holy door with me. We actually passed by it twice. So that should be a good aggro for the whole year. Thank you so much, everybody, and see you next Sunday. Bye.